Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Whatever it is or time you decide to join me again in my videos. Recently I was just talking to somebody that I care about dearly in Zambia, and she was telling me that I got called a racist by a white guy, a Mzungu, who saw my videos. And it made me really think, I'm like racist, huh? This is usually what white people say to black people who tell the truth. So let's talk about something right quick, okay? Let's discuss something. African versus African Americans toward their sentiment on dating and marrying or interacting with white people. Now, many of you know who watch my videos that I don't believe that Africa should do anything with the European, period, especially not dating. And this is not a racist statement. So let me explain it very clearly so that it's very clearly understood. To my African women, you cannot date or marry someone or love someone who is raised inherently to believe he's better than you. He's been taught from birth that his history is better than yours. His way of thinking or mindset is better than yours. And whether or not he ever says this to you, believe me, this is his sentiments. Him marrying you or dating you is to him doing you a favor. Where's your dignity? Where's your pride? Where's African Americans? We live with the Mzungu. So we try to tell you and warn you clearly from our experience of 400 years around them, they do not love you. Okay? And he'll come to Africa and exploit you, whereas he'll teach his European women, don't date the black men. If African men started dating white women, go to Europe and check the sentiments on what the European men would say or how they'd respond to this. I know that many African women are in situations of poverty. The currency is higher. He's taught you that he's a God. He gave you white Jesus, made you worship him. He taught you that he was special and you think he's cute. You've got to grow out of this mentality. This is a bastard who came to Africa to steal resources, who is still teaching in his colleges to keep Africa poor, who teaches that he's better than the African and better than your culture. But yet he'd come to Africa and sleep with you in a heartbeat. Disgrace yourself. Why would you do that? These Mzungus don't have any love for you. I'm telling you this clearly. And so that you understand something else, okay? This is not a racist view. This is a view of having pride and dignity. This is a view in saying that, hey, I know that right now we're poor, but we're going to build our own and have our own nation and people. Now, some of you want to say, oh, Max, if this person loves me and treats me good. But what I say to you is this: how do you know his sentiments are real if this is the training that he had? If this is his thought process, that the African has done nothing in history and the African has nothing and he is nothing. How can you sit back and resign to yourself and say this person loves me dearly or intentionally? I'm just going to be very clear. African Americans, we try to warn you. To my African Americans, Europeans are running into Africa continually because they see what's there. And if we don't protect our brothers and sisters on the continent, then who will do it? Because believe me, they've been subject to these Europeans, telling them that, oh no, we don't believe in racism, and we're not doing the terrible things we're doing over in European countries such as America or Europe. We're not bad anymore. That was our ancestors that did all of that stuff. But that little bastard is trained from what his father taught him. So I say this emphatically: anybody who runs to you, any European man who runs to you and says, oh, Exodus America, he's a racist, he's a liar. I'm not a racist. No, I don't hate you, fear you, or anything else. I want completely nothing to do with you. I want you to take your bags, pack them up, go back to Europe, date your European women, have plenty of babies, live your life. Leave Africa alone. Let us recover. Let us build. Quit buying the resources cheaply. This is what Exodus America wants. Okay? I don't care what you do. I don't care if y'all over there blowing up Russia or killing each other left and right. Okay? That's not our concern. Quit begging us to join your wars. Quit begging us to save you. We've done saving you. We've saved you enough. My African women, men, get some dignity and pride. Know that you are the first people on the planet. God created you first. He took your history, lied about everything, distorted it. So don't be exploited any longer. This is not a racist video. This is a truthful video to say that, hey, it is time for us to recover and build something. And if that European, and I won't say my clear thoughts on it because I don't know what they'll feel about it, but if he tells you anything different, I'm telling you, he's a liar from the pit of hell. Okay? But to stay on the subject matter, they're going into Europe and going into Africa, I'm sorry, and exploiting the sisters there and telling them, here's my money, let me buy you this and buy you that. Sisters, money cannot buy you love, nor respect. And what he gives you today is usually gone. Most of these marriages don't last. And the things that he does with you, he would not even attempt in his European country. And if his country is so much better, or his belief system is so much better, why are you in Africa? Why are you there? If you don't believe in the culture, the people, why are you there? I'll tell you why he's there. Just like from the beginning of time, the minute the European stepped onto the continent of Africa, he discovered civilization, he discovered culture, and he discovered something that he never had. He discovered socialization of people who say, this is what we do for marriage, this is what we do for custom, this is what we do for culture, these are the rules that we have. Africans, I think that you've lost a place where you think that the rigid rules of your culture are terrible. But trust me, the European has no rules. They walk in and out of marriages, they walk in and out of... The divorce rate in America is 80%. Because he thinks nothing of a partnership or a union, and he thinks nothing of love. All he thinks of what he can gain financially. Marriage is a contract to him. Relationships are an agreement. They have nothing to do with spirituality. They have nothing to do with bonding or closeness. So I'm telling you, you have to completely understand the animal you're dealing with. Okay? African Americans, it is time, because we have a knowledge, you guys have a knowledge to know what the European is. We live with them. We see them on a level they don't. And if you truly aspire to be free or independent, I tell you, my African Americans, then you need to visit the continent, see what's there, unite, connect with our brothers and sisters over there, okay? Because they are really naive to who this European is. Now, I'm not just going to get on the Europeans. I'm going to tell you, this doesn't exclude the Chinese or the Indians, because all of them are running to do something to the African or African people that is non-beneficiary to our freedom, well-being, or prosperity. And he's painted a picture that, look, everything I have is good. Everything I have is wonderful. Everything I have is great. And he's not. So, I know this video is not my normal message, but this has to be told, okay? Because you guys really have to know this and spread this. Each one teach one, so that we may grow. My dream is for us to have our own nation. And because we would have our own nation, it would give you a respect. And then you can date them. Respectfully, they'll be able to say, oh, this is not because she needed my money, or she needed a way out of the terrible situation that has been caused by me. Because the situation or the state of Africa is caused by the Europeans, so how is he going to free you out of something he put you into? Please grow from this. May God bless my people and may keep you always. Until next time.
No, stop fighting! Stop! Stop fighting. Stop. Okay, you have to step out, all of you. Then you can talk.
No, call the police. Call the police now.
Why
Call the police?
police?
I got this bitch in the road in the jail. Call the police.
Why
She
now?
several times.
Why now when you are lovers? You have a baby together. Why police?
Who you are? They don't know who you are.
They know you.
They don't know. They know you because of your money. That's why they trust you. But they don't know who you are.
Call the police.
They're idiots.
Call the police.
They don't know who you are. There like a dog. What did I do?
Okay.
What did I do?
Now where is the baby?
The baby is in his house. Because every time he does wrong things, the police, they come and they take me out. And I was almost to lose my baby. He hasn't even married
He's
me.
drunk. You
I
understand?
gave
He's
him
fucking
every
drunk.
kind of sex. Even my ass, you idiot, motherfucker. He even brought me an infected HIV chick. And now you want to run away. Idiot, you are not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Because of the
Oh, stop now. You will hurt each other. You will hurt each other, please.
You know, and here's proof of it. This young lady, Kenyan lady, thought she was going to have a Mzungu who had money, who would take care of her. But really what she ended up with was HIV/AIDS. Well, I'm not going to say AIDS, but she ended up contracting HIV from this Mzungu who was sleeping around with other women. Because in his mind, he knows he can exploit African women. So you think, a lot of my African women, you think you're getting a Mzungu who's going to love you and care for you and be there and apply the same rules that we would apply with fidelity and loyalty. And the only rules he applied was, I have money and you came along and I exploited you, had a baby with you, and now I'm moving on to the next. If you're easy to be bought and sold without your dignity and your pride, then it's easy for you to lose sight who love you. Just watch the video clips.